How can you tell whether your vaginal infections is due to your hormone? Hormones have an impact on your vagina's delicate microbiome. Today we'll be talking about hormones and the vaginal microbes. We'll be talking about the role of estrogen. We'll be talking about the conditions that occur when our hormone is imbalanced and the relationship it has with the microbes in our vagina as well as the microbes in our guts. We'll also learn about fertility and cyclical hormones, as well as menstruation and the relationship it has with our vaginal microbes. So without wasting so much time, let's get right into business. Hi, my name is Jovita Bala. Welcome to my channel where we talk about everything woman. It's actually our channel, yes. And today we'll be talking about hormones and the relationship between our hormones and the vagina microbe. Hormones are a part of the endocrine system, and it is a chemical messenger that helps cells to speak to each other. Meaning your hormones influence every organ in your body. Your hormones can have a very big impact on your vagina's delicate microbes. Take for instance estrogen. A fluctuation in estrogen can lead to an overgrowth of yeast and thereby yeast infection. So when you have yeast infection, it's not like some secondary body from out there is the reason why you're itching down there. It's all going on inside your body. And we'll find out later how we can get rid of all of these discomforts and help us balance our hormones. Is it safe to say that some women experience yeast infection more during their perimenopausal period because at that point your hormone becomes imbalanced? Perimenopause means around menopause, and this is a stage where your body makes a transition into the menopause stage. And this menopause stage marks the end of the reproductive years. This brings us to hormones and vaginal microbes. Lactobacilli, also known as lactobacillus, if you're talking about just one, maybe just describing it as one, you can find it as lactobacilli or you call it lactobacillus. Either ways, that is a protective bacteria. That is the bacteria that fights against the bad bacteria that you take in through eating water, fruits, etc. So when the bad bacteria comes into your body and there is nothing like a policeman, or do I say a prisoner stroke warder relationship going on inside there, and you have a few lactobacilli in you and more bacteria that ends up hurting you, that is when you start talking about an imbalance. Meanwhile, if you want to know how to have more source, a regular source, a made-at-home source of lactobacilli or lactobacillus in your own home, you can put it in the comment below and I'll share a video that would help you. This explanation simply means when there is less estrogen, there is less glycogen, and the vaginal wall becomes thin and it is not suitable enough for the lactobacilli to thrive. And when that happens, any other thing can happen. Lactobacilli maintains your vaginal pH and wards off or fights against bad bacteria. So when the estrogen level has lessened, this creates room for bad bacteria. And that's when you start talking about BV. When I say BV, I mean bacteria vaginosis. Because at that point, the bad bacteria has overgrown. How do you know you have BV? You will experience a thin white or gray vaginal discharge, pain, itching, or burning in the vagina, a strong fish-like odor, especially after intercourse, burning when peeing, and itching around the outside of your vagina, which is called the vulva. Too little estrogen can catalyze BV, and too much estrogen can result into yeast infection. Oh, what are we gonna do? Now let's talk about the symptoms of yeast infection. You would experience itching and irritation on the vulva and inside the vagina. You will experience a burning sensation, especially during intercourse or when you're urinating. Either ways, you're still gonna burn. Redness and swelling of the vulva, vaginal pain and soreness, vaginal rashes, a thick or semi-thick white odorless discharge that looks like cottage cheese. And sometimes it can be watery, but looks white. So let's talk about fertility and cyclical hormones. We know that hormones change through the months and when a woman gets pregnant, right? Hormonal changes also occur when a woman gives birth or she's going through her menopause or she's about to reach menopause. And these frequent changes can put us at the risk of yeast infection or bacterial vaginosis. There are so many hormonal changes occurring in a woman's body which can result in these conditions, and I'm talking about either yeast infection or bacterial vaginosis. The bottom line is, if you have constant hormonal changes, then you might have to be dealing with issues that have to do with the vaginal stability, and that also includes low sex drive. So what's the relationship between menstruation and your vaginal microbiome? Your vaginal pH scale is actually between 3.8 to 4.5. But during your period, the blood itself is 7.4. So when you have your blood passing through the vagina, it actually makes your vagina alkalinic, which makes the pH level to rise. Instead of being acidic, it becomes alkalinic, and that makes it a thriving environment for any kind of conditions. And pathogens can multiply if you have a heavy flow. So if you find yourself experiencing any of these hormonal instabilities, you have to see your doctor. Explain yourself to your doctors, let them know the symptoms you're experiencing. I know, it can be quite embarrassing to talk to somebody about things that have to do with your most protected part of your body, but you're looking for help. Just put it in your mind that you're looking for help. So be ready to explain everything to your doctor so that they can prescribe the right medications for you. Secondly, you'll be helping yourself a great deal if you can incorporate prebiotics and probiotics into your diet. And well, we're going to go into that in details in another video, but ensure you eat balanced diet, take fruits that are in season, take fruits that you can reach, and make sure your food intake is actually okay. Do not spend more time taking sugary things, because sugar is a promoter of bad bacteria. This video is just to inform us of the things that we probably aren't thinking about that can result into certain things that we can actually get rid of. You know, knowledge is power. So if you have enjoyed this video, why not give us a thumbs up? And if you have any experience or any comment, you can put it down below. Until next time, see you in the next video. Bye bye.